Welcome back, everybody. It's Connor here, and today I'm going to teach you how you can generate more reviews for your business. As many of you know, it can be difficult to actually generate these reviews from your clients, but it's one of the best ways to help your business grow. You probably have a lot of clients that would leave you great reviews, but they won't go out of their way to do that. So in this video, I'm going to show you a way you can present that opportunity right there for them and make it really easy for them to leave you that great review. So before we get into it, I'm going to show you an overview chart of what this process looks like to give you a general idea. So as you can see on this flowchart, there's a few steps involved in getting your client to leave you a good review. And the end goal is getting them to this Google review page right here, okay? So I'm gonna walk through all the details with you in a second, but this is the general overview. You're gonna start with the reminder campaign. They're gonna have their appointment, and whether or not it's good or bad is gonna determine how they are processed in Go High Level. Of course, we want good reviews, not bad reviews. So the key aspect of this process is filtering out the people who had a good experience and a bad experience. Now, a little disclaimer, I'm not sure that this is like kosher with Google reviews or Yelp. Like, I don't think they really want you to be doing this. So do this at your own risk, but it's a way for you to help out the people who had a bad experience and actually get their feedback without them leaving you a bad review on a bigger platform. So we're just going to work backwards from this chart. So starting with the Google review page, that's obviously the place where they're going to leave their review. I'm going to show you how to set that up through the Good Experience landing page. So over here on high level, I've actually already created a few landing pages. So if you don't know how to do that, check out our other videos. They talk about how you can make your own funnels and websites in great detail. I'll spare you the time right now and just skip straight to the examples that I've made. As you can see, I have a good experience landing page and a bad experience landing page. Now, if we click on the good experience landing page here and preview it, you'll see it has our company logo. It says, "We're happy you had a great experience. We'd appreciate your feedback. Positive reviews help us out a lot. Would you mind telling us about your experience by clicking this link? Thank you." And if they click on the review link, you'll see, obviously I have not set up the URL to send them to a review. So let's go ahead and do that now, and I'll show you how that works. So what you need to do is link your business with the Google reviews. And we can do that over here on settings. If you come to reputation, you'll see that you can normally just generate a link right here, but I haven't actually integrated my business with Google My Business. So you can go ahead and do that, and it'll be really easy to generate a link, but because we're not gonna set that up right now on this account, I'll show you a way that you can get around this and get your own link. So if we switch to the agency view and add a new account and come to this snapshot, no more, and click the setup guide, we can scroll down and actually get this link right here. And as you can see, this is the review link. And the only thing it's lacking is this part that says paste here. And that's something that's specific to your business. It's called a client ID. And you can find this through Google. So what we're gonna do is first copy this link right here and put this into our form. So let's go back to our account. And we'll come back to our website. Good experience. We're gonna edit this. And on the button, we're going to link it to a URL, right? So we're gonna click this. So we're gonna paste in our URL that we just copied. And as you can see, we still need to add something right here for paste here. So what we're gonna do is save this. I'm gonna open up another page so I can do this at the same time. In our agency view, we're gonna go back to the snapshot so we can grab that link again. And we're gonna do the ID finder this time. We're gonna click on this, open that up in a new tab. Okay, so now on this website right here, this is where you get your place IDs. So you're gonna just search up your business's location, the address there. And in my case, I don't actually have an address. So what I'm going to do is search Utah Film. And we'll just find a film studio in Utah. That looks good right there. And as you can see, it gives you a specific place ID that you can just copy. And we'll bring it over here to our landing page and come to the website URL. And where it says paste here for that place ID, we're just going to paste in our new ID. And we're gonna save our website here. And now when we hit preview and come into click and leave a review, you'll see that it takes us right to this place where we can leave a 3, 4, 5-star review. It's super low friction, painless, and easy to use. So as you can see on this flowchart, we just talked about our good experience landing page and how that can take us to the Google review. So I'm going to show you how you get to the landing page, and that is through these trigger links right here, okay? So let's head back into high level, and we are going to make a trigger link. Come into here, and we add a new link. We're just going to name it Good Experience, and we are going to link it up to that landing page that we just made, which I actually don't have copied. So let's come down here. Take a look at this. Good experience. We're going to preview this, copy the URL, come back to trigger links. And there we go. Now I've got our first trigger link. We'll do the same thing for the bad experience. Come in here, we'll preview it, grab that link. We'll come up to our trigger link and we'll name it Bad Experience this time and put that link in there. So again, looking at the flowchart, we've created our trigger links. I'm going to show you how that works with campaigns. So we'll come into here and we're going to create our first campaigns. I'm actually going to keep it all in a folder just to keep it organized. We'll call it Feedback Outreach. Looks good. And we'll come into our folder and create a campaign. We'll call it this one Good Experience, and we'll put it in that folder. So the point of this campaign is to send an email out to your client asking them to leave you a review because you already know that they had a good experience. So we add this event here. We'll click an email. We'll title the subject. We're happy you had a great experience. Something to just get them to open the email, right? We'll say, hey, hey, first name. We're so happy you had a great experience. We would love to hear about it. Positive reviews really help us grow. Would you mind leaving a review by clicking here? And then thanks in advance. Smiley face. All right, so then what we can do is just add a link to that good experience landing page that we just created. And we can link it up to the word here, for example, through the trigger links that we just made. So as you can see, we have the bad experience and the good experience. We'll obviously choose good experience here. Hit OK and save our email. Perfect. So now we're all set up to get those good reviews from the clients who had the good experiences. So let's go ahead and talk about the clients who had a bad experience and how we can help them out. So we'll head into campaigns again, and we're going to create a new campaign. This time we'll call it Bad Experience. And we'll add them to the Feedback Outreach folder again. And we're going to do the same thing as before, but with our email, we'll say something like, we're sorry you had, or maybe we could do help us, or maybe how can we improve your experience? Something along those lines. Just like before, we're going to fill in an email here. We're so sorry you had a bad experience. Now this is where you want to encourage them to reach out to you and do something to actually mend that, right? We would really like to improve. Please reach out with any suggestions or comments by replying to this email. Thank you. So you could choose a few different ways of mending that situation for them. It could be through responding to this email or calling you. You could leave your phone number, whatever works for you. I'm going to save this And now we've got both of our campaigns set up. This is great. Okay, so if we head back to our flowchart for a second, you see that we have now talked about the good experience landing page, the Google review page, the campaigns. We've talked about the trigger links here. I'm going to show you the bad experience landing page as well. And then we're going to get into some triggers and showing you how we can get those clients, again, to this landing page. So let's head back here. We're going to head to the website, and I'm going to show you this bad experience landing page. So it looks a lot like the good experience landing page. The only difference is that it's asking how we can improve. So they have the chance to select how satisfied they were, and they can type in some response about how we can improve. Cool. And then when they submit it, they get this message that your feedback has been recorded. Thank you. So this is preferable in a few ways because now we're understanding what we can do better as a company for our clients. And it's helpful because now instead of them going on to Google and leaving you a 1-star review, which would be tanking your overall ratings, you're still getting feedback and your Google reviews are staying good. Okay, so let's head over to triggers and I'll show you how you can link those up with your campaigns. So let's go ahead and add some triggers. We'll call this one the good experience trigger. And the whole point of this is to get our clients who had a good experience into the good experience campaign, which sends them down that path that we showed again in this chart right here. You know, if they have a good experience, then they're going to go through this flow right here and ultimately get to a Google review page. So what we want to do is choose our condition for this trigger, which in this case, we're going to choose trigger link clicked right here. And we'll say the trigger link is good experience. Now you might be wondering, where are they even going to click this trigger link? And I'll show you that in just a second. It's right here in the feedback outreach campaign. They're going to have a question, was your experience good or bad? And I'll show you that in just a second. But it's helpful to actually build the system from the back forwards, okay? So stay with me. Okay, so we've got our condition. We're going to add an action. What we want to do is add them to the campaign, good experience, and that's it, because then once they're in that campaign, they'll be getting that email. It's going to ask them if they would leave a review. All they have to do is click on the link and it'll send them to that Google review page that we just barely set up. So we're going to come in, we'll activate that, we'll click save. Now let's do one more trigger for our bad experience. Just like before, we're going to choose trigger link clicked. This time, obviously, we will choose the bad experience, and we'll come over here to our actions, add them to the bad experience campaign. And this is where you have some more options with the bad experience customer, because you probably want to know about that. You probably want to take some action and help them out. So one of the things I would recommend doing is adding an action right here that's going to notify your team members that someone had a bad experience. So if you want to come in here and send an SMS, you can send that to one of your team members, and you can say, warning, your client had a bad experience. Please reach out to them at this phone number. And now you can always be aware when someone has a bad experience. The team member can reach out right away and hopefully mend the situation, or at least get some valuable feedback. So we're going to come up here, we'll activate this, save it. And now if we look at your triggers, you've got the good experience and the bad experience. So we're making good progress. So if we come into our flowchart once again, you'll see that we have pretty much built up this entire back end now. When people get to that good experience landing page, they can go and leave you a review. If they get to the bad experience landing page, they can leave you feedback. We set up the trigger links that will take you to both the good experience landing page and the bad experience landing page. And we've set up triggers that will take your client to a good experience campaign or a bad experience campaign. And those are represented by the red arrows here. That's the trigger function. So now let's get on to our last steps of this process, which is actually sorting your clients out between good experience and bad experience. So let's go ahead and build this feedback outreach campaign right now. We'll come in here, and just like before, we'll head up to campaigns, create a new campaign. We'll call it feedback outreach, and we'll put it in the feedback outreach folder. And now what we want to do is send an email that's going to ask the client how was their experience. So this email is going to be sent out after they've already had their appointment. So we can say, thank you for meeting with us yesterday. We would love to hear about your experience. And this is where we're going to insert those trigger links that we had talked about earlier. So you can say, it was great, or it was bad, frowny face. So you can put in whatever you want. I kind of like having it binary like this. It makes it easier for them to decide. And what you want to do is link up those words here with the good experience for the great, and for the bad, we'll do the bad experience. Perfect. Now we're going to save that. Now our feedback outreach campaign is good. We've got a way to sort our clients between having the good experience and the bad experience, right? And it's going to send them down one of two paths. This good path here, ultimately getting them to a Google review page, or a bad path, which will send them down this path where they can leave feedback for us. So our last step here is actually getting our clients into this feedback outreach campaign. So this all starts with the appointment reminder campaign. So if we come back into our campaigns, I've got this new appointment process campaign. You might title it a reminder campaign, whatever it is. Basically, it's your campaign that is sending email or text reminders to your clients about their appointment. So as you can see, I've got this text reminder 2 days before saying, hey, we're excited to photograph your property. Will this still work for you, right? So what you want to do is add an event called wait, and we're going to set this to be maybe a day after the appointment happens, or maybe you could do it to be a couple hours after the appointment happens, whatever you feel is best. So I'm going to choose just 1 day actually, and we'll save that. So what this is going to do is wait 1 day after the appointment has happened, and then it's going to send them to a new campaign, which we can set up right here in the campaign configuration where it says next campaign. And we're just going to send them right to that feedback outreach campaign, which we just built, again, with that email, asking them, did they have a good experience or a bad experience? So we click that, and that's all we got to do. We click save and make sure our campaign is published, and you're good to go. Now your clients are going to be sent an email right after their appointment asking them, how was their experience? And if it was good, they're going to click on that link here that we talked about. It's going to send them to that good experience landing page, which we talked about. It's right here. They'll be able to click on this link and they'll be able to leave you a good review. If they had a bad experience, they're going to be sent to that bad experience landing page, which we made right here. It gives them an opportunity to leave us feedback and tell us about their satisfaction without tanking the Google reviews. And your team member is also going to be notified and able to contact them and reach out to them to help. Okay, so there you have it, guys. That's how you can easily get more reviews for your small business. Again, I just want to emphasize how important it is to ask for these reviews. Having solid reviews online is really helpful for your business to grow, so we want to get as many as possible. It's amazing how many clients you have that would actually leave you great reviews. They just don't do it because they don't want to go out of their way. That's why I love this technique, because you're gonna be getting more reviews if you just ask people for the reviews. It's simple. And because we built this to be completely automatic, it's really not gonna take much more of your time at all. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you get a lot more reviews because of it. If you want to know how we built those landing pages, be sure to check out our channel. We've got lots of videos describing funnels and all of the other tools in Go High Level. And of course, if this video was helpful to you in any way, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be pumping out lots of content on Go High Level and how you can use it to grow your business. And if you haven't tried out Go High Level for yourself yet, be sure to click on that link in the description box. You can get a 2-week free trial and enjoy the wonderful software of Go High Level. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.